whatever your thing. It could be anything. Canva helps you make that thing a thing. Canva is a simple online tool thing. It's a way to design with our magic AI tool things. You can social media your thing, generate images or videos of your thing, make decks or presentations to show your thing. Whatever needs to be done for your thing, Canva can make it an even better and bigger thing. Canva, the thing that makes anything a thing.
New revelations. Those windmills in the Atlantic Ocean, whether it's Massachusetts, whether it's Long Island, or whether it's New Jersey. With us today is Bonnie Brady, and she's been working on this project for many, many years, protecting our environment and protecting our whales and protecting our fishing that these windmills were ruining. Bonnie Brady, I understand you have some new updates. I know we've heard about what a fraud these windmills are because it's owned partially by one of the governments in Europe, and they sell it off to a large hedge funds. And you tell us what's going on. What's the updates?
Hey, John, thank you so much for having me. Yes, you're right. Foreign government-owned energy companies that then flip it to hedge funders. Meanwhile, for years and years, we've been screaming because the federal government under the Biden administration specifically leased huge areas where commercial fishermen in the U.S. fish and bring seafood to the plates of the American people. And for years we said, if you put these cables in the water, high voltage, 345,000 volt cables all along the ocean floor, some of them not even buried, and those that are buried not by much. They're doing cheap and fast, if you get my drift. Anyway, we kept saying, you can't do this. These are important fishing grounds. They let it happen anyway, and sure enough, yesterday I got wind of, no pun intended, a new report by an Irish university about the interactions between offshore wind farms and fisheries in European waters, and it says exactly what we knew it would, that basically the Irish government and the European Union funded a report, and they covered 88 wind farms across all European waters, the UK, Germany, Belgium, Denmark, Ireland, the Netherlands, 88 offshore wind farms over a 12-year period. And they found out, guess what, boys and girls, mobile fishing gear, guys that pull nets to catch lots of fish that they bring into Hunts Point and everywhere else up and down all of our coasts, any of the scallopers that bring people that love scallops to their plate, all of those gears will be largely displaced by offshore wind. In Europe, almost 80% no longer were able to fish in the areas. And 47% not even in the wind farm, but outside of it, because it turns out that where they put these things that were really important for the fish, looks like the fish beat feet, because up to 50% of the areas outside of the wind farms, they're not there either. I mean, we've got a huge issue in the UK. They're like, oh, no, you can fish there, no worries. 3/4 of all fishing boats that pull nets that provide the best carbon footprint for any type of catching of fish, because it's a big boat able to catch big fish, bring it in, as opposed to 50,000 boats and one fish each. They also can't work in the area. And these are all fishing grounds, areas that we've all screamed about. This is how
that is the biggest fraud perpetrated on the public I ever heard of, just about the biggest. And the facts is that they did it in the name of environmental, and
right.
It's all a fraud.
Of course. Well, shockingly, pile driving the ocean floor with a 6,500 kilojoule hammer kills stuff. Then if you don't kill it that way, you get to jet plow the ocean floor and then juice it with hundreds of thousands of volts of electricity. I mean, of course, they're animals. We catch them and we feed the people with them. We've told them we knew about this. They ignored every single comment letter, every single hearing, even in our lawsuits. Say, oh, no, they can still fish there. Here's this study, 88 wind farms across Europe over 12 years. You can't fish there anymore. Even the static gear, which is like a gill net, which is they catch things, or potters, half of them aren't fishing there anymore. Why? Because it's an industrial zone. They've industrialized our ocean. Foreign governments have industrialized our ocean, made it unsafe for fishermen to be there from what's not a national security, but just a safety issue, because the helicopters can't fly low enough in order to come get you. We know it's a national security issue. Now it turns out it's destroying the oceans, too. Perfect. Just what we needed. Not.
I mean, a national security issue because there's underwater drones, and the radar cannot pick them up. And for instance, if those underwater drones come in for an attack on the east coast of the United States and those windmills are there, the radar can't pick them up until it's too late.
Not only that, John, but because the submarines are listening for those drones, guess what they can't hear when the fans are spinning? The vibrations from a 355-foot long blade the size of a football field spins, causes vibrations, go right down into the ocean floor at low frequencies that block the ability of some of the submarines to be able to even hear them. Plus the ones that can fly low, like we've seen in the war that's just been going on in Iran. These are all issues we know. It's not only that, it's for airplanes. Every form of radar that exists will be affected by this. It's our national defense issue, and now it turns out they're going to and the president just signed last year the EO, Restoring American Seafood Competitiveness Act. How do you do that if you can't catch the fish?
Bonnie Brady, thank you for calling in this Sunday morning. The windmills destroy the environment, double or triple the cost of electricity, and it's a national defense problem. And guess what? They don't work. Thank you for bringing it up to us, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, John. Have a great day.